Welcome to another day in the life of a millionaire entrepreneur in Dubai. Today we're going to take you through something very different. So there's no gym training. I have gone and worked out this morning and done some cardio for 40 minutes. But today we're going to go through some very, very advanced marketing techniques using AI and ChatGPT, building VSLs, split testing, and showing you behind the scenes how I'm doing that. So that's what this morning is going to be focused on. This afternoon we're actually going to play golf with a few of my clients and see how good I am at golf. I haven't played for a year or two. I have a feeling that they might be some dark horses. But throughout the day, I'm going to try and drop in as many business bombs as we can and show you behind the curtain of what we're doing in our business right now that's really helping us scale to the next level, and also the clients we have. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button now and let's get ripping it. So slippery marketing technique in terms of what we're doing. So a VSL is called a video sales letter. And basically the idea of that for you who's watching this video is no one is going to be able to sell your product better than you. So the goal is that you create a video that's really fucking sick, that you drive traffic to, that sells people into your program to book a call or to buy the program. If your program is over $1,000 or your price point's over that, which it should be, then you definitely need to go to a call and not click and buy. Now, where this gets very, very exciting is with the developments of AI and ChatGPT, because formerly this was a fucking pain in the ass in terms of you have to write a massive video script. And these videos should be scripted. Now, what I've basically done, basically create scripts like this, right? So this is pretty long. It's 6 pages of content, of text, all the way through, basically to push people to buy our stuff. Now, where this gets exciting is we use ChatGPT to basically write these. AI is only as good as the questions you ask. And actually, the quality of your life is only good as the good questions you ask yourself. So prompt to put in, write me a video sales letter script in the style of Russell Brunson from ClickFunnels, talking about the hero's journey, how I went from being an estate agent who left his job on the 25th of February 2019, working in corporate estate agents in Surrey in the UK, to running one of the largest coaching businesses in the world, working with over 8,000 clients and moving to Dubai. Talk about how I'm the highest level authority in the industry, the person who does the thing and teaches the thing, how we've helped over 7 clients go from get over 7 figures and over 100 to get their first 6 figures in the last 12 months alone. Explain a unique mechanism of our trifecta scaling system, 4C method, LinkedIn, sales mastery, talk through stories throughout this, and I tell it 3 different stories of clients to talk about, and then make this video script easy to read and speak to the pain points of frustrated personal trainers and online coaches who want the golden handcuffs with their business. Make the video script around 8 to 14 minutes long. Don't make a VSL that's 40 minutes long. If you're watching this video is going to be more than 14 minutes. This is going to be contradictory, but most people aren't going to watch a video that's more than 14 minutes long if you're trying to sell them something. And then explain to them how we help them achieve the results. Basically, we tell the features of the program, so that gets weaved in, and then basically we dump that into ChatGPT, and then it gives us basically this. Now, why this is very exciting is we create 1 video script, we then create 2 video scripts, we create 3 video scripts, and we're about to create the 4th one. And what we do is we then essentially split test all 4 pages, all 4 videos, and then we'll see which one has the highest click-through rate and highest book a call rate and is the most profitable, and then we scale that one. And we basically keep split testing the videos. So why this is important is with data with businesses and when you're running paid traffic, you can see the numbers very clearly and what's working. Removing the energy you have to do and putting things as an entrepreneur is really important. So I have a teleprompter, I have 2 cameras, I have cameras everywhere, but I'm not filming this myself. So what I'm doing, and I filmed the first script yesterday, I used the podcast studio I use, which we'll show later on, and a teleprompter, and show how that all works. So we're literally going to take you behind the scenes of how we do that. So now I'm going to show you how we're going to make the 4th script. What I've done is I've copied script 1, the original, and I would always copy off the original. I've then copied that into notes here, my Apple Notes, and I put at the top as a prompt, rewrite this and change the language for someone who's male, 25 to 40 years old, who has aspirations of achieving financial freedom, make it easy to read language that's compelling with basic words. So we're going to try and make a different iteration of this as well, so then we can run this through the split testing and see which one performs. And this is how fucking great this is literally if you then put in, copy and paste in ChatGPT, hit enter, so that's all entered, it will then literally just start bang, and build it more for us. The only thing it doesn't do is I'll have to split this in 2. So this second part, we try to get the person to book a call, too long to be done in 1 prompt. So I'll copy and paste that back in. But you can see how effective this is and how long it would take you to do, where this is super, super easy. What's good as well is it also has like editing notes on there. So in terms of things for like video editors, like switching to a timeline graphic, highlighting the pivotal date in Charlie's journey of like when I left my job or whatever it might be. So the more you can do this and really dial things in, the better. And then you can do this with any type of content. I'm trying to think of another example. Okay, here's another good thing to use ChatGPT for. So I actually even did this yesterday, is I did a podcast with Alua, which I would highly recommend listening to. And I typed in, give me 10 viral questions to ask Alua about whatever it's, I can't pronounce the surname, and make them compelling and clickbait. So I have those questions to bring up on the podcast, and literally it would just give me those just like 10 questions, bang, 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 bang. And that's how easy it is. Actually, I've even got it here, to be fair. So like these are the questions that came up yesterday, podcast-wise. It gave me 10, then it asked for another 10, and I just delete any ones that are shit. So that will now be done. That's 4 scripts we have done. I already filmed one yesterday, so we're gonna go and film 3 of those later on. I'll just scan through these to make sure this is okay and there's nothing that's dog shit in it. And sometimes when I'm reading the script of the teleprompter, I'll like, because the whole thing's being edited, right? I'll stop and I'll change certain sentences like as I talk. And you'll also see like when I film it, I end up fucking up a lot of the time because sometimes there's like big words and I can't get it right and I don't articulate things well. And making sure your energy is high is really, really important. So on camera, your energy gets flattened a lot, so you need to be super high energy, which is probably something I need to focus on more for YouTube, but this is essentially the recipe for doing this. So we're gonna get this done and then crack on with some of the bits. So I remember when I was an estate agent, I was just saying to Joe that I remember I used to work in Leeds Estate Agents, Walton High Street, and there was a cafe near it, like a couple of doors down. And I remember being like, who the fuck would go in and spend like £4 on a coffee every day or like twice a day? And then you become that person who does that thing. And like, particularly when I'm in the US, I ended up spending like $20 a day on Starbucks and just random shit. But the reality is that people need to understand you don't save your way to like wealth and success, you earn your way there. And I think that's where people in like the UK and Ireland in particular, I think they can save themselves to being rich or being successful, and it will never be like that. And Joe asked like, what's the 3 most important things I said to me earlier, and I was like, money, freedom and women. And why freedom and money? Because it's freedom of choice. If I want a fucking coffee from Starbucks and it's £4 or whatever, how many dirhams it is here, like it doesn't matter. And I think that's ultimately what everyone's working towards in life, is to be able to do whatever you want. And like I don't look at price tags in restaurants or like supermarkets or the shop. Like you can just go in. A lot of success and actually a lot of happiness in life comes when you can just go into fucking Tesco's and you don't have to look at the price and anything, you know you can just buy anything you want. And I think that's probably what financial freedom is for a lot of people. That's a point of empowerment, right? If you're watching this, you're making 5 to 10K a month, you saving £3 a couple of times a week or not buying a coffee is not going to revolutionize the world. But you thinking about like, I'll give an example. So like, I'll only fly business or first class. I sit on the plane and I'm like, how can I make the money back that this plane ticket cost me whilst I'm on the flight by coming up with an idea or working, because I'm in a more motivated state. So like, if you're gonna go and spend £3 on a coffee, cool. How by walking to the coffee shop or thinking there, can I get an idea that's gonna help me make an extra £3 to pay for this? And I think people need to understand that you can have anything you want when you can work out a way to get it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so we just rocked up podcast studio. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go turn off the Metallica or whatever shit I'm listening to. Black Sabbath, I think. And I don't know why that came on. We do like that music sometimes. So we've just put up the podcast studio. We're going to rip through recording some of these VSLs. We're going to show you how we do that with teleprompters and a bit of the setup. And I will try not to fuck these up because it's also quite difficult to read a script for 15 minutes and like articulate all your words you want. And when something's run to pay traffic, it has to be very good. So. Hiya.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
I will send you the videos now, if that's right. The scripts, there's 3 different scripts. Did I tell you I've actually got a teleprompter at home, but I just don't use it? Well, actually, I don't have an iPad. My iPad's too big.
Ah, so it doesn't fit in here?
No, not properly. Because you need a smaller iPad, don't you?
Yeah. I mean, you can always open it to like that.
No idea.
Every single month, because he has the right sales approach dialed in, and we've taught him the right strategies in terms of how to charge high ticket.
So we just wrapped up filming an hour or so of video sales letters back to back. So the Jazzy device we have, which Shura has kindly set up for us, is an iPad, which is then basically playing through on an app the text, and then it mirrors then onto a mirror here, and behind there is a camera, and that will shoot straight through it. So as I basically am talking to the camera, I can see the text in front of me, but you can't see it on the camera lens. Sometimes I go a bit off script if I think something comes to me that sounds better, and it's just trying not to fuck it up too many times, so it can actually be edited cleanly. So we've done 4 different variations now. And I think one of the things I was thinking about earlier is we can probably chop and change some of it. So take the start part of one and the end part of another and just mix them around as well. Also, one thing that's interesting, I don't know if you agree with this, Shiro, because everything's uniform, same t-shirt, same lighting, even if I wanted to change the start, I can probably just refilm the start in a week if I wanted to, like different hooks and stuff would probably work. I think true financial freedom for most people is you want to get to like a net worth of about 5 million, because you should be able to at least make 10% a year on that 5 million. So that's $500,000. And you can have fucking the best lifestyle in the world making 500 grand a year. Like, particularly if you live in Dubai and it's tax free. At that point, you've basically completed life. And it's then defining what you want to do after that. So for most people, I'd say if you're trying to get to that point, if you can get like 2-3 million in assets in terms of that provide you income, that maybe like real estate property, and then maybe you keep, maybe you buy a house for yourself, which is $1 million, and maybe you have $1 million liquid or in other random shit. One thing I think is controversial, and something I'm debating on a lot, if anyone who hasn't read the book, is 2 books, Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, and then Cash Flow Quadrants, which is actually the better second book. Talks about you owning your house is a liability, not an asset, because you pay money for it, it doesn't pay you. Whereas most people think buying a house is an asset, and that's a very British cultural thing. It's like, you've got to buy the home you live in. But the reality is, if you look at a lot of people who are like really successful in real estate, they rent. Like even someone like Grant Cardone rented a lot until like recently he's now worth billions, he's a billionaire. So if he wants to buy a $20 million house, it doesn't really matter. But I would say for you, if you're looking to grow your net worth quicker, you're probably better off buying investment properties and then renting where you live. Which is what I'm currently doing, but debating on buying somewhere maybe the end of this year or next year, because it also gives you the flexibility if you rent, in terms of, say in 6 months I'm like, fuck it, I want to move to Miami. I don't have a £2 million house that I think I've got stuck here, that's got a load of my net worth stuck in it, that then I've either got to rent or try and get rid of. And when you actually try and sell houses, and like people think renting costs money, if you look at the cost of selling houses in terms of agents' fees, it's like 5%. If you look at, in Dubai, the stamp duty DLD is 4%. That's like 90% you're losing in terms of fees. So say you bought a house that's 2 million, by the time you do all the solicitor's fees and all that other shit, you're gonna lose 10% at least off the top. So you're gonna lose 200 grand in just the transaction fees and moving around, whereas you could rent somewhere easily for that. So, and then you've also got to pay the maintenance and all the other shit. So you could take the capital that you were gonna put in your own house, go and invest in other places, and the investment properties then pay your rent for where you live, is probably the smarter move. That's a very, very long answer to your question, I think. So 2021, I bought an apartment in Marina Gate in Dubai for I think £300,000 roughly. That's now worth £600,000. The rent has also doubled in however many years that is, 3 or 4. So the reality is that whatever you have now might start roughly 10% in terms of return to the money you initially put down, but it will keep increasing because the rents will keep going up over time. Okay, so we're at Raeburn, we're just going to go play golf. I think we might be able to get hustled. Archie said he only started playing in October, but he gets lessons all the time, plays 3 times a week, so it could be really good. Joe behind the camera is also playing, and he told me he played in the Ryder Cup of Ireland a few years ago. And then Harry Knights, I think, used to play semi-professional football, so we'll see how this goes. I'm currently trying to do some work quickly before we go and play. So the thing I'm trying to do is I'm actually using what's called Upwork at the moment to try and find, I need to hire someone to build funnels. So if anyone who wants to be a funnel builder, we want 5 funnels per month. If you're good at ClickFunnels or Go High Levels, drop me a message. But we're using Upwork to try and find someone on an ongoing basis. So I'm going to try and get this job posting up and then play some golf and then hopefully have someone I can hire afterwards. Have you hit some balls on the driving range?
Only a few, yeah.
I haven't fucking even swung a club yet.
What club are you getting now?
I'll go 5 iron. Fuck it. Yeah, I'm just gonna just a few. There's like a few practice swings. Oh, that's the first one sliced off the tee.
Breakfast ball.
So we're in hole 2. We're down 2 balls already. I think Joe's down 2 balls. Second hole, we've got 0 people on the fairway.
No, I'm on the fairway.
Oh, actually, no, so that's not correct. Okay. 1 in 4 is on the fairway. We've got a good success rate. And my ball's somewhere lurking over here on the path. I would like to add me and Joe are holding our own against Harry and Archie. Harry's got his own clubs. Oh, there you go. Babe, that's basically fairway.
That's pretty much fairway.
We allowed to move this just a bit.
Yeah, might as well.
Joe didn't see that one. Then we're going to get told off for being too slow, but we're not actually that slow. Oh, fuck. It's on the fairway. I'll use the same club again. There you go. If you could do this every time, this would be really easy sport. So we've got
No pressure now.
Joe at the tee.
Oh, look at that.
Fuck me, bro, that's nearly on the green.
That's after rolling onto the green, nearly.
Do you reckon 7 iron's too much? I'm not taking it back, so. Money, freedom and women or something. Like, really? And he was like, why? And then I was, yeah, because that's like super viral clickbait. That's just off the top of my head, just came out.
Yeah.
That natural style content works very well.
Well, it's just off the top of your head, it's like natural instinct, right? People respond better to that. Bro, I had +1, that's almost like professional level. My putting wasn't so bad.
My chipping's been terrible.
And I didn't lose hole. I'm actually better at the short game than the long game because I'm too jacked and I can't take a full swing properly anymore. Oh, I fucking... When I went to hit it, my fucking feet slid in the sand. I don't know what you call this. Arabian Ranchers Ryder Cup is continuing. And we're steadily improving, Joe, aren't we? We're getting better.
So much better.
Yeah, we're getting way better. We're going to be like professional level.
First hole, we bowled last 2 balls.
Yeah, we would definitely beat Archie and Harry if we played this properly. But in particular, if there was money involved, we would play way better because Joe's Irish and greedy and I'm greedy as well. So we would definitely perform way better. And Harry's the only person who's hit a ball in the water over there somewhere. It's the fucking pond of shame. You can get Harry a snorkel out. I'm ribbing him, but I probably lost way more balls than him. We just don't film those bits. So that's a wrap. You can now see it's dark. Turns out golf takes long as fuck. To bear in mind I hadn't played for a long time, we weren't that bad, and me and Joe behind the camera actually held our own, so I don't really call that a 7-figure sailing systems Ryder Cup, but maybe we'll arrange that as a golf tournament. If anyone has any golfing tips, let me know. I'm actually probably going to get some golfing lessons. Hope you guys enjoy the video. We have obviously some more value business stuff at the start and some fucking around and fun at the end. If you like this type of content, make sure you smash the like button. If you drop a comment below with anything else you want to know in terms of business, mindset or up leveling, or you just want to see us play more rich person spots, maybe we'll take up tennis next. And if you want help in terms of scaling your own business, there's a link below this video you can hit. You can book in your free call with us to find out how we can help you. And make sure you hit the subscribe button. I actually think this might be my last year living in Dubai Marina. I think I'm going to get a big villa and move further out. Not so I can play golf, but so it's quieter, because you see all these boats down here, although they're cool, they get very fucking annoying at night with noise sometimes at the weekend, because people are degenerates and I need peace and quiet because I'm getting like an old man that I'll be 35 in December, but don't tell anyone. So if you enjoy the video, make sure you smash the like button and don't comment below that I'm an old man.